Hi, everyone. This is Cindy Johannesson with Live Out Loud Yoga. I'm really excited tonight to do a quick interview with one of my favorite people, Sojourner. Sojourner has taught with Live Out Loud Yoga for quite a few years now. And I'm really excited to have her teach a workshop here shortly. So first, I just want to find out, hey, how are you, Sojourner? How are you doing?
Hi, Cindy. I'm doing well. Doing well. I actually just gathered a bunch of supplies for the workshop. So I'm like really excited to present because I have like all these cute little bottles and little, I've started measuring out the amounts for the products, and it'll be a lot of fun.
That sounds awesome. I know that a lot of the yogis that come to the studio have been talking about it and are very excited. So I think it sounds like it's gonna be awesome. Let's discuss. Woo! Let's discuss how I keep my computer still. Let's discuss a little bit about how you got interested in yoga and Ayurveda. What kind of brought you to this point?
Yeah. So when I was in high school, my ballet teacher, Miss Diane Lewis, Rochester, New York, she was also a hatha yoga teacher. And so I remember at one point, after we finished class, she would do like 15 minutes of yoga. And that was really my first introduction. And then back then, and I remember you could go to like the grocery store and buy like the Rodney
Yeah,
VHS
Rodney
cassette. You
Yee.
remember
I
those?
love him.
And
Yes.
Sean Corn. So those were my first teachers, like teachers. I remember I bought like Rodney East AM yoga, PM yoga,
Yeah,
and
that's
then like
so
Sean
funny. Me
Corn,
too.
Vinyasa Flow. And I would watch them like religiously. Like my mom was like, what is wrong with you? Why are you always doing this? And I just like I took it so seriously, and it just like spoke to me in a way that I mean, it was already very kinesthetic because I was a dancer, but it just spoke to me in a way that I guess it spoke to my soul in a way that dance had not, because there was like this missing link. I think it was maybe the breath that was just like emphasized
Hmm.
so much. And so it really resonated. But I didn't really do much with the yoga for a while. I just practiced and practiced for over a decade before I like decided that I wanted to actually teach yoga. I took my Ayurvedic training first, actually, in
Really?
2005. I was trained to be an Ayurvedic nutrition consultant with Dr. Naina Mirbali in New York City. And it was just mind like blowing. And Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga. And so, again, it was just like understanding, like peeling back the layers and really understanding what this yoga practice is about, understanding what balance is about in such a all-encompassing way, in terms of like being in harmony with nature, being in harmony with the foods that you eat, because that is the first medicine, being in harmony with the energy that you put out, because the knowledge of the energy that you're emitting can either work to heal you or destroy you. We often think of it as like, this is what this person did, or this is what this person did, but it's really like this self-manifesting
Uh,
beautiful moment or catastrophe that we create. And so I really liked just learning about Ayurveda, but I found that the there's so many branches, from psychological branches to like, people went on the food track and like, started these businesses where they were making food for people. And I was like, I don't really like cooking that much. But what really stood out to me was when we worked with herbs and learned about body care, skin care, hair care, all of those different formulations and preparations, the tinctures, the salves. I was like, this is magic. This is pure alchemy, and I want more of this. And so I studied aromatherapy afterward, and I've taken a bunch of herbalism classes here or there. And that's really where my love for Ayurveda kind of sits, with the skincare formulations, the idea of in Ayurveda, it's like what you put in your mouth nourishes you, but also in my perspective, what you put on your skin nourishes you. Like we can make those same choices to eat organic foods and to put like natural things on our physical body. And then in 2008, I became a yoga instructor. And so it's like there's a 4 year gap between the Ayurveda and the actual, like, I'm going to teach yoga. I'm ready to teach this. So
that's so interesting. I mean, I had no idea that you had taken Ayurveda before yoga. That's fascinating.
That was really my first.
So tell me a little bit about the upcoming workshop. It's December 5th. Is that correct? I should probably have that at hand, readily available.
December. It's the first Saturday in December.
December 4th at Live Out Loud Yoga at 1 p.m. Tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So December 4th at 1 p.m. at Live Out Loud Yoga, not the 5th. I'm doing a workshop called Natural Beauty from the Outside In, because that's the name of a book that I recently wrote. And I'm basically going to share with the participants everything that I have come to, not everything, but some of the things that I've come to love about Ayurveda, in particular, the way that it can be useful for skin and hair care. And not just skin and hair care, but there's ways that we can put things on our skin that will affect like psychological aspects and physical aspects. So it's really not just about like, oh, I'm putting on makeup. I'm making a natural makeup. It's so much deeper than that. But it is called Natural Beauty from the Outside In. And so I'm going to do a reading from the book, and we're going to talk about Ayurveda and Ayurvedic skincare, like go a little rewind into the history of it and some of the ways that different cultural ancient civilizations have used products that we tend to just walk by and assume that they're only for culinary purposes. For example, cinnamon or turmeric on their face, on their hair, with amazing results. And then we'll talk about there's 3 recipes from the book that I will guide participants in creating. And I have all of the products and all of the materials already in hand, and they will make lovely Christmas or holiday gifts. And you'll be able to walk away with 3 products that you made. So it's a make and take, and it should be a lot of fun. A little messy maybe, but a lot of fun.
that sounds amazing. I am so impressed that you wrote a book. What was that experience like?
It was interesting. It was long. I mean, I knew it was something that I wanted to do. And it's like part travelogue and part Ayurvedic resource guide, and then part recipe book. I've been traveling. I think I spent most of my 20s like not living in the United States, but like moving around the world. And after having taken the Ayurvedic training, I really started to, on my travels, seek out like indigenous healers and people who were doing things similar to Ayurveda, but in like different contexts. So for example, in Portugal, I was like, ooh, what is a perfumaria? And like, what is the history of like floral essences in Portugal? It was so fascinating. And I like found people who have been working with the, flower essences for generations. And then, in Ghana, I was like, shea butter. Dr. Naina used shea butter in her Ayurvedic formulations, and shea butter is, sourced in many ways right here in Ghana. And so I was like kind of digging in to see what I could learn from the people on the ground. And so a lot of this book is literally travelogue, like stories from the road, and it's broken up by like the chapters. For example, it's like herbs and spices, Zanzibar. And it's like my random adventures in Zanzibar, which is nicknamed the Spice Island. Carrier oil is Jamaica, where like I learned about castor oil for the first time and how you can use it in your hair and in different places. Clay, Swaziland in France, et cetera, et cetera. And so each chapter has a particular ingredient. And then I like cycle back to
And
how
an
it can be
adventure.
used.
That's amazing.
And an adventure. Yes, or a misadventure, depending upon the chapter. Oh.
That is so cool. That is so
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you.
Well,
It was fun.
I can't wait to host you at the studio. I'm so excited.
I am excited too. I love being at Live Out Loud, and it's going to be really fun.
We love having you there. And thank you so much for taking a little time out to tell me about your book and your upcoming workshop. And of course, I just always like talking to you. It's always wonderful.
Likewise.
Um, all right. So have a great night.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Appreciate your time, and yes, look forward to the workshop.
Thank you.
Yep.